Studia. Alright. Here. Studia. Мы зараз в районе. Whatever. Here. I am gonna read something to you guys. You'll love it. Shush. It's called Don't Shave That Hair.
Interesting.
I have recently made a mistake in my life, and I offer my story to you, that you may learn from my error. It all started, as many things do, with me having trouble shitting. So I was not constipated. This was not a regular problem, but a matter of technique. It seems my ass hair had grown to such length that my tiny grogans were constantly getting tied up in the matted jungle between my ass cheeks. It led to much frustration, with me knowing that I still had something to drop, but unable to shake the turd loose from its butt hair dwelling. Eventually, I would have to do two things. Either reach down some paper and try to pinch off the lingering loaf, which required careful precision to avoid smearing the creature all over my rear, especially since I had no way of seeing what I was doing, or just go for broke, start wiping, and hope that I could remove all the leftover fecal matter before all the toilet paper reached the can't-be-flushed threshold. I was contemplating the problem when I had what seemed at the time to be a bright idea. Hey, this is my butt and my butt hair, right? So why don't I just eliminate all the hair? And then my grogans will flow out like beer from a keg. I said to myself, it is a statement that will go down in history with a lot of other regretted statements. How many Indians could be here? Said General Custer. Looks like a good day for a drive by JFK. There's America on the line. Now there was complete Usenet access by some idiot system tech. Such was my anal shaving idea. I performed the operation that night with cheap disposable razor and a towel to sit on, starting from the bottom and shaving from the crack to the cheeks. I began the process of ridding of my ass hair. Occasionally, it would have to clean the razor of accumulated hair and the miscellaneous slime, which I did by wiping it on the towel. Slowly, my twin mounds that had been ravine began to resemble the hairless cheeks of a newborn baby. Finally, I wiped the razor one last time and surveyed my work. The towel was covered with a pile of hair. My ass was smooth as ivory. Smiled, satisfied, knowing my troubles were over. Little did I know now that I had a great respect for anal hair. Like anything in this world God created, it has its mighty purpose for existence. It was only after I had removed it that I started to learn how much it had been taken for granted. For one, it provides friction. I learned that the next day. Hello? I'm at Jack in the Box. Yes, I'm at Jack in the Box. Не питай як це. Ага. С Димой. Да, давай, бай.
Who was it?
Нормально. Alright. I learned this the next day when I walked into the sun heading for class. After climbing 2 flights of stairs and starting to sweat, I started to notice how something unpleasant. The sweat was accumulating in my crack, and it was causing the unpleasant sensation of my two ass cheeks sliding past each other with every step. I thought it was like going to the bathroom and wiping it off, but I had to go to class. Eventually, I thought it would dry. Unfortunately, it did dry, but only after mingling with the microscopic shit molecules lingering around my brown starfish. When I stood up after class, my cheeks were stuck together with slimy, sticky shit sweat combination. As I made my way down to the dorm, it started to itch. God damn did it itch. It felt like a swarm of ants had making its way down my crack. Fighting to keep from jamming my hand down and scratching away, I rushed back to the dorm. Unfortunately, again, the exertion caused me to sweat, and finally reached my room. My cheeks were sliding back and forth against each other like a pair of horny cane toads. I quickly dropped my pants and attempted to dry my ass off by sticking in front of a fan and spreading my cheeks. As I pulled 2 lines of flesh apart, a horrible stench burst free and filled the room. Every dog within a 4-block radius began to howl. It had, worst of all the ripe aroma of festering shit sweat was in the fan and blew in my face. I fought to keep from heaving. As I sat there fighting vomit, my ass cheeks spread and dripping with the concentrated aroma of my body odor mixed with the tangly smell of my own shit blowing right in my face. I had only one thought. It would be like this until the hair grows back. Weeks later on, trying to deal as best as I could, wiping my ass at every opportunity, I discovered another wonderful use for ass hair: ventilation. I attempted to launch a fart, only to have it get stuck between my ass cheeks. With no hair, the two big twins could get vacuum sealed together, and the result was frustrating. Fart that slid up and down between my cheeks like a lost gerbil. If it wasn't enough, I am now enduring further torture. As everyone who has ever shaved anything knows that hair is first growing in, it comes in as stubble. Imagine your ass having the texture of a Brillo pad. Well, that is what I'm dealing with right now. It's a hellish torture, and there are many times when I just look out the window and contemplate why I shouldn't jump out and get it all over with in one fleshy splat, rather than endure the constant agony. Friends, don't shave your ass hair.
How do you feel, Alex, going through all of this?
Well, I feel as in, I feel better now. It grew back, you know.
So how long is it?
It's about 3-4 feet right now.
Nice.
So, yeah.
You done here?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.